What is up, everybody? I'm George Mossey. So last night, David and Annie, after the 90 Days Season 2, Episode 2 is aired. So I want to recap the episode with you guys, kind of break down a little bit of what has happened. So we are already in Thailand. This season is wasting no time. So Ashley, Aubrey, David, and Annie had embarked on a 30-hour journey. Now, the journey was so long that apparently Ashley and Aubrey didn't even take off on the same planes. They met somewhere overseas and then ended up on the same plane, which landed in Bangkok when they had 2 more hours in the car before they could arrive in the village. Now, Annie's village is very rural, and Ashley and Aubrey had to really adapt to being in such a rural, jungle-ish area. There are wild animals everywhere. There's water buffalo. There's smells of farm animal waste. It was very interesting and different, and it's just not really something that I personally would be accustomed to as a city folk. That is definitely something that I would find to be very, very hard to get accustomed to. So Annie and David and Ashley and Aubrey finally arrive in the village, and they're welcomed with open arms from Annie's family. Cindy is there. Amber is happy to see them, but one person that we notice is not really happy to see them is Jordan. So let's rewind. So last season, we remember that Amber and Jordan were not able to pass the visa interview the first time around. Then Amber went on for a second visa interview in Chiang Mai where she was also denied, but Jordan actually did not go through with that visa interview. The pressure of the interview process was just too much for him to bear. Now, we're wondering, did this process actually leave animosity towards his sister Annie? Annie informed us last night that she has been trying to stay in contact with Jordan by sending him messages and opening communication with him, and they actually haven't spoken in over a year since the last time that she was in Thailand. And unfortunately, she doesn't really know why. There's no explanation. And when she actually approaches Jordan and tries to have a conversation with him, she doesn't really get much out of him other than one word answers and not really explaining why he feels the way he does towards his sister. Another thing that we take notice to on the episode is Ashley is very taken back at how close David has gotten with Annie's family. Now, we do know that David was living in Thailand and he was able to get very close with Annie and her family, and they are considered David's family. They welcome him with open arms, they love him, and Ashley is actually taken back by it, and it kind of revisits some feelings that she's had in the past because she wants her dad to be as close with her family and her kids as he is with Annie and her family. And it kind of brings back those feelings of how she felt right when she found out that David and Annie were engaged and he was starting a new life with her, when she felt like they were being put on the back burner. So even though she feels that way, she is still entering in the conversation with an open mind, and she is trying to really take in all of the effects of the town, the village, the culture, and seeing the things that have really taken her dad's heart, as well as Annie's family themselves. So one of the reasons why we feel like Jordan is not really on fire about going to America is because the life that he is living in his village is a pretty good life. As a teenager, he's on his fourth girlfriend, and they've been together for 4 to 5 months. There is no in-school instruction, so he's actually learning online. He's able to hang with his friends, work on his motorbike, take rides around the village, and just do things that a teenager would want to do. And learning English and furthering his education might actually be the farthest thing from his mind at this point. So whether or not he is going to actually go through with this interview process again, we're not 100% sure, because again, he said that he's about 50-50. He's excited about the idea, but he's also excited about the life that he lives in the village. So we're going to have to wait and see exactly how this process will take place. Will it be Amber and Jordan coming back to America to further their education, or will it just be Amber? Because we've watched Amber really, really work hard on improving her English. She's practicing her English as much as she can at the salon with Cindy, as well as with her dog, even when she's alone. She's interacting in English as much as she possibly can. She can understand and interpret all forms of English, so this interview process will go smooth and seamlessly. All right, guys, I'm George Mossey. Make sure to follow me on all social media platforms at George Mossey and everywhere you get your podcast, and on my website, georgemossey.com. I'll talk to all of you really soon.